For past few days, I have been trying to improve my hand drawing. So you guys know the drill. If I improve, you guys get to improve too. By the end of this video, the goal is to get you guys to be able to draw at least basic hands. But if you still can't, this video never happened.
Sorry.
First, do you know how a hand looks?
Sir, it has 5 fingers.
Right. Shut up. When you want to learn to draw anything, you need to observe it so much that you get flashbacks random times in a day. Don't worry, I already did the observing for you guys on your behalf. And through that observation, I learned about the most important curve to exist in the hand. This one curve is going to help you guys with the hand placement, its angle. This curve is going to be a holy grail. It's the curve right here. It's slightly tilted, not as much as your nose. It's in the top of the palm where it connects with the finger. The upper tilt of the curve is where your index is placed neighboring the thumb. So memorize that. Okay, clock in. Upper tilt side is gonna have the index and the thumb. The lower tilt has the pinky finger. You can twist and turn your hand, but this placement stays the same. So simply by looking at this curve at any angle, you can already picture which finger goes where. And if you observe your hand more, you will notice that the knuckle in the middle finger is more prominent than the others. So if you're drawing a fist or something like that, you know which knuckle to draw more up front. Which knuckle hit your nose first?
Middle one.
Right. Now look down from the pinky. We also have a bone sticking out at the wrist. Why the fuck do we have a bone sticking out? That's enough observation for now. Curve, placement, prominent knuckle, side bone. Let's go through step by step on how you can use the facts we just learned right now and use it to draw a base for your hand. First, we draw a holy curve. Then we draw a square with it. That's our palm. If you remember, the upper tilt side is going to have the thumb. So we are going to draw a triangle attached to that side of the box as a placement for the thumb. Moving on to the fingers. The main mistake with fingers is the length. We often draw it too long. Or is that on purpose, twin? Are you trying to tell us something? Again, with basic poses, you can measure the length of the finger. The length of the middle finger is gonna be more or less the same length as the palm. So you can measure it like this. Once you have one finger, it's easy to point out where the other fingers ends, especially alongside a reference. Always have a reference, okay? Don't do that whole I'm not like other artists, I don't need a reference. Bitch, don't piss me off. And of course, you cannot use the same way of measuring the finger when drawing complicated poses. Let's use our brains here, which is why you have eyes. The fuck? Use them, damn it. All you have to do is stare at it and you will notice if it's too big or small. Is that so hard now? As a beginner, you just never want to go in and draw the fingers. You need to draw an outline before you get to draw a finger. Connect these lines to create the outline, okay? You can change this outline based on what pose you are drawing, okay? If a pose is like this, you can part the outline. Like these 3 fingers will have an outline and this one finger have a separate outline. You can change it according to the pose you are drawing. Now we can draw the lines of the fingers just very roughly, okay? Just see the reference and copy that line. I mostly go like this, 2 lines, 2 lines, 2 lines, 2 lines. You have a solid base now. Beautiful. Now you can lower the opacity and draw over the base in whatever art style you like. I know you all like very different styles of hand. No judgment. And this is the way you're gonna practice any different poses you're gonna practice like this, because this is gonna be your base. But I would suggest as you practice, get more and more loose with it, because it's a hand at the end of the day. It's not boxy or stiff. It's nicer to draw more natural and loose lines.
You're not getting it. It's not clocking to you. It's not clocking to you that I'm standing on business, is it?
This is a trick I do if a pose involves the fingers being close. I just draw these ovals between them and it makes it look like a hand without having to actually think or draw much, honestly.
or it can be just like two parallel lines. Now you have successfully learned to draw basic hand poses. This is just the class 1 of the hand tutorial. There is class 2 where I talk about the fingers, overlays, and how you can draw more complicated poses. The tutorial is available on my Patreon alongside my other Patreon exclusive tutorials, so subscribe. Okay, with the base I gave you, you can draw hand poses like these, right? But to get more angles under your belt, we have to draw in more like 3D forms. I know. As soon as I talk about 3D objects, you guys don't fuck with it. Even through tears, we have to draw it. We're gonna take these shapes and envision them in 3D forms. The square becomes a box. This triangle is gonna be like this in 3D form. This finger is gonna be a cylinder or even boxes, whichever helps you draw better. Now practice this in different angles and I promise you, you will be able to draw hands. But once again, if you still can't draw, I feel like I just can't leave you, my people, without more examples. So let us different hand poses examples to the video. So watch that, and if you have any questions, don't fucking ask it. Happy Valentine's Day though. Now this is gonna be our reference. Draw with me. Let's first see where the guidelines we learned are. The curve, it's gonna go from here to here. Then the palm, which is gonna be the square. As soon as you draw the palm, you are supposed to draw the triangle, which is a guide for us to draw the thumb. And this is the layout of the fingers. Okay, now let's draw. First draw the curve, then the square. Remember to draw the square as exact as the reference because this is going to be the main angle, and if you mess up the angle here, the whole drawing is going to be in a different angle than the reference. But if that was intentional, then that's fine. Now, as you remember, the palm is going to be the same length as the middle finger. So we're going to keep that in mind and measure with your eyes and locate the middle finger. Then you can guess the rest of the fingers using the reference. Now connect those dots, creating the outline for your fingers. Concentrate on individual fingers by drawing 2 lines, 2 lines, 2 lines. Just trust your reference and draw it. Whatever questions you have, it's probably gonna be solved when you look at your reference. Then you can create a layer on top and draw the final hand in whatever art style you like. With that, we have successfully drew our first hand. So we are still in class 1, but this is practice 2. So identify the curve. You already know where the curve is, up to down. The palm is going to be drawn as a square. Since the thumb is inside, we're going to draw the triangle inside. Then you know how to measure the fingers. Use that measurement and draw the end of each finger. Once you're done, draw the outline. Erase the unnecessary lines. Now 2 lines, 2 lines, 2 lines, 2 lines. Now you can just create a new layer on top and draw it in your art style. Let's have one more practice. Now in this pose you might be wondering where the freak is the curve. But if you can see closely, the curve is still there. So draw that curve. Since the fingers are folded, you cannot measure them in the way we measured before, but you have eyes. Hopefully use that and mark the end of the fingers. Because again, it's folded, just draw one line in between those fingers. And that's literally it. You can just create a layer on top and add in those extra details and draw it in your art style. The best thing about this method is that you don't even need a reference. With just that curve, you can construct your hand. Remember, a guide is there for only practice. Try to eventually get rid of them one by one until you're down to a single base guide. And that will be this curve.